Alright, hello everyone, we are back with more Super Mario Maker 2. I am Dry Blocksman, and with me is Philly Doe, and we are still in these losers brackets of the quarterfinals for this EU versus tournament.
Yeah, indeed, and once again, it'll be first to 5, so they'll get started here right away, and so Lini and Revi, as they'll kick it off, it'll be a win here, will keep you going, and so really it's all must-win games right now, and so we'll see who gets it on this one.
Yeah, for sure, with the tournament-style play, as we were mentioning last time, it's all matches and levels are very high value, especially in these losers quarterfinals, where really if you don't win a map, that can cost you your spot in the finals later today.
Yeah, indeed. So really important to be mindful of that as you go along, and try and get you know, as off to an early lead definitely helps the mentality, I'm sure. And
Alright, so this level here was Rainbow Ride. We're gonna be seeing Revi throwing Lini off right away. But it is a cloud level with this elevator here. We see some key coins, red coins, pink coins. We had that discussion last time as well, whatever you want to call them. We see those coins also available to collect. I have not seen any yet. It's going to be interesting to see whether that's necessary, where they're placed in the level, all that stuff. And Revi coming across the first one there along with a superstar.
yeah, so into these pipes and just looking to pick them up here and hopefully find the key.
Yeah, lots of pipes. Well, Lini taking a completely different path we saw for a moment there.
Yeah, we'll see where they end up with that. It's interesting.
So yeah, it definitely seems like there's a couple different paths you can take once you get to this top of this elevator here, and they're just going to keep going back and forth until they get all of these red coins. I haven't seen the key door yet, though. Have you?
No, I think we saw one at the end of that pipe path, but so that one may be the one that they need, or there might be one somewhere along the end of this progression area here. So we'll have to see.
So yeah, quite a few of the red coins have been collected at this point. There's a total of 6 that they need to get before the key is spawned. And whoever collects the last key coin is gonna get that key, regardless of how many the opponent has collected. So there is kind of a waiting game to see how many coins do I think they have collected, how many coins have I collected. You really want to be able to account for all of the coins. It's a very mental game.
It's interesting with this level as well, because the other part of that is that this level, a lot of times they're right with each other when they get the key coins, and this time it doesn't appear like, you know, it's quite a larger level, so it's spread out, so it can be hard to keep track of, you know, you don't really know if somebody's collecting them necessarily, you know, like it's harder to keep track of that sort of thing. And
yeah, for sure. They can't really know anything about the rest of the level without taking that time to go and see what the rest is. And yeah, that's another aspect of it is with this versus tournament, it's not just trying to get through the level as fast as possible, as we've seen with like some speedrunning level sets where people are separately playing the same level to try to get through it fast. They are in the same lobby fighting against each other, so you can see interactions between the two players, like with getting thrown off and things like that. And also the mental game, like with the key coins and on-off blocks and all sorts of things that don't present themselves in a single-player run of the level.
yeah, this one does appear to be taking quite a good amount of time here, but it doesn't appear to be at least too difficult of a level, which is nice. You're not having to go through super difficult gauntlets just to get to the door. As we see another look here, so it is right by the start there, just underneath the pipes from above, and so we'll have to see where we end up.
Revi just standing right by that door, hoping Lini gets the last of those key coins.
Yeah, and just hanging out here.
Yeah. Both of them heading back through the pipe, trying to figure out the rest of this level. Again, they're going to be trying to throw each other off. Lini being able to get the throw this time. Alright, taking the second elevator here.
Yeah, just going for a leisurely float along here in the sky, and we'll see if there's more progress to be gained. Looks like there's a couple paths there. We'll see which one ends up being the correct way.
Yeah, and we haven't seen either of the players take these paths ourselves, so I'd imagine at least one of them is unexplored at this point, because there's still another coin to collect at least. Oh, he should have grabbed the claw. Oh, he can jump on to here, though.
Interesting setup there. Wonder where that leads. Okay, so there's some sort of... There's something going on.
Alright, so yeah, this definitely seems significantly inspired by Super Mario 64's Rainbow Ride. I didn't realize that until just now, really, because the ship there with the conveyor belts, it's supposed to emulate the wind that's on the top of that airship in the level in SM64. So a nice little homage from the level creator there, but we are going to be still looking for these key coins. Nobody finding all of them quite yet.
Yeah, we'll see at least one more, obviously, as no one's gotten the key yet. So one or two, I would imagine. They've collected a few so far, so it can't be too many more, but there's a time limit here as well. They've got about 2 minutes here to try and complete this level. Otherwise, they'll have to move on to a new course.
Revi taking this path up to the airship. He has not been up here yet, as far as we know. So, he does grab the claw this time.
Yeah, and
see this,
looks like there's something off to the right.
To the right, yeah.
Oh, there is a coin in there.
Be a key coin. He gets a star here, takes out the boom boom. Alright, so there's... I believe we've seen the last coin. It was off of a blocked pipe. But he's still not...
we got a preview of it there. So I think that's number 5. But it looks like...
Oh, Lini got that coin there. So now they are both going to be trying to fight it out to grab this coin. Now they have to wait for all of those donut blocks to drop to get down. So they're going to be hopping on each other. Every time you hop on their head, you're going to get damage on them, and that's going to get the key. Alright, so they have made it to this lower section here. Not going to be hopping back out. Lini's playing a game here. Ooh, he gets under Revi, and that's going to give Lini the win in this first level Rainbow Ride with 30 seconds to spare. Very tight match.
Yeah, so there's the first level there, and we'll see where we end up with that. It's quite a long one. It's although at least not too bad of a level. I think that one time-consuming, but at least not trolly or anything like that. And
no, definitely very feasible. Alright, so you see here Revi on the Mario and Lini on the Toad.
Well, they're off on this one here. It's kind of interesting so far. A few kind of tight little jumps here, but nothing too difficult so far.
We're seeing
Trying to
some
block
on
each
off.
other.
So
We'll
yeah,
see
this
if
is
one of
looking
them-
like a fun little level here. Lini throwing Revi into those spikes there to get the opportunity to make some huge progress.
Yeah, for sure. So up and over the spikes there, and
Keeping the
in general.
Goomba definitely wants to. Ooh, does not quite get the jump he needs.
Yeah, we'll see who's able to progress through there. I'll need to wait for that thwomp to come down, although, or from somewhere I would imagine, or there's a ceiling above there, but...
I think it might be that
Oh, from all the way at the
horizontal
beginning
thwomp.
here.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
very
yeah.
beginning, they have to follow that thwomp, and that's going to be an issue because of those on-off blocks and the two of the players trying to get through the level themselves. So neither of them seemingly have picked up on that yet, on how they have to bring the thwomp through this.
Yeah, we'll see if someone's able to make it through. Have to be careful as well, of course, because if you wait here and then maybe the other person triggers the thwomp and then you can grab it.
So Revi very creative thinking there, not gonna lie. Trying to get the spin jump off the Goomba and sees the goal tape, but the anti-cheese from the level developer definitely wants you to get this thwomp all the way from the beginning. Maybe Lini trying to do something with the thwomp here? I'm not sure.
You know, it's not that far to the goal there. They can get pretty close. They could just do a shell jump, I would think.
Yeah, and they do have the shell there, but Revi picks up on what he needs to do here.
At least it would have to, I suppose, or it wouldn't be possible, but the thwomp has the parachute, so you're at least able to keep pace with it.
Yep, alright, so both of them keeping pace with each other and the thwomp as well. Oh. Alright, still Revi keeping it up. Alright, here, it's gonna come down to this. Did the thwomp despawn?
Not sure exactly what happened there.
Yeah, looks like they ran too far ahead, and the thwomp is not following them anymore. The thwomp has despawned, and they're gonna have to...
Yeah, it would have been off-screened, I guess, so unfortunate there.
For sure.
It's interesting, they delayed partway through that, and then they ran too far ahead.
Yeah, very unfortunate. Revi goes for another spin jump, not gonna make it. Alright, so we see the thwomp in action again. Hopefully they won't despawn it this time. Revi getting trapped in the on-off blocks.
And well, there's the thwomp, so they've kept it on screen, but...
The Goomba's not in there anymore, because Revi used it earlier. Alright. We are at the end here. It's all gonna come down to this. Actually, this time. Revi goes for the early bounce. Oh, both of them going off of the thwomp too early.
Yeah, I thought one of them would make it there, and both of them... Oh, no.
Especially after Revi taking a really early jump, Lini might have waited a little bit longer, just another bounce on there probably would have gotten him over the edge, but they both agreed to mutually get out of there.
Yeah, only 14 seconds left anyway, so we would have been no way to get it through. So that's yeah, really unfortunate. It just jumped, and I mean, really, it hit the wall right in front of the or hit the ledge right in front of the goal tape. So they'll get started again here.
Seeing
It is tricky. The you know, that jump there at the end. I mean, it is in a way sort of a bit of a blind jump. I mean, you could ride it a bit longer, but it is, you know, in your hurry, especially if you think the other person's going to get the goal, you really have to, as they were neck and neck, really have to get close. And being patient can be difficult, like, you know, with someone right behind you.
Yeah, for sure. It's like I said, it's a very mental game, and Lini just taking an easy win right at the beginning there. Not really sure what happened. It seemed to be a very short, easy level, and Lini just drove right through it.
Yeah, that one was pretty simple, just a couple P-switch jumps, but with the low gravity, not really that difficult, I would say.
Yeah, the timing being much more lenient. Especially with these and it's not very often you see levels where P-switch jumps and shell jumps and things of that sort are necessary, but sometimes you do see it, and I believe I commentated in a match where there was a level that was only POW block jumps, and it was just unfortunate because sometimes the runners aren't really experienced in those types of jumps, and the timing with Mario Maker 2 as opposed to the original game's engines is different. The timings are very odd, and that can definitely mess with runners if they haven't practiced them, and it can be a race changer, as we saw there.
Yeah, absolutely. So Revi taking a death there, looks like, to the Beatles, and but it looks like Lini has a Yoshi, so that will be definitely extremely helpful for getting through this level, not only for eating enemies, but landing on them.
Yeah, and that extra hit of health can bail him out if he needs it.
Yeah, and of course you can get back on the Yoshi too, even if you get knocked off, so...
Yeah, Lini taking a significant lead here, still with the Yoshi, hoping not to make any silly platforming mistakes. Hops off the Yoshi, the internet lag coming in.
Oh, but he got the gold tape. Looked good. So, third round there for Lini. Bit of lag there at the end. Hopefully it'll be okay here in a moment. We'll see where they are on the next level. What I really like is that they all have matching hoodies on their profiles, so that's fun.
Oh, of course. They all coordinated that before the race.
Crazy Cave is our next level here. We'll see how we're doing in terms of lag. Hopefully it'll be okay. We'll get it. Looks like it's doing better here.
Yep. So Revi definitely hoping for the comeback here. It's 0-3 on Lini's side, so just swinging on this claw here. Not sure what's they might.
Well, the bullet isn't spawning because Lini's standing right in front of the cannon there.
And Revi needs the bullet bill to get the jump from the claw, so. Alright, here we go. Stuff is going on. Okay. Ooh, ooh.
Oh, but they both take a death.
Oh, man. If Lini got that jump, that would have been insane. So they are waiting for these bullet bills to spawn. Oh, Lini trying to jump off of Revi's head, but Revi swinging out of the way just in time. So Revi is going to be jumping on these bullet bills. Oh, he does make it. He sees some cannonballs, waits it out another cycle. He can't afford to do that. And he hits the checkpoint, so he's happy to make it through those jumps, but he sees this spike and does not hit the jump button in time.
Both have a checkpoint now.
Alright, so Lini making it over the spikes, Revi not quite. We're gonna see some fire flower here. Very odd room, I've never quite seen anything like that. But he does make it through, thankfully, with the help of the fire flower, and Lini is gonna be making this 4-0 in the losers quarterfinals.
Yeah, good played around there. Some mind games for sure throughout that one. And we'll see if Revi, maybe he's just holding out, wants to get the reverse sweep, make it a little more exciting, you know?
Oh yeah, that's the only thing that could possibly happen right now.
So potential, he's Lini on match point, and we'll see where we end up. So we'll see what this stage has in store. It doesn't look too bad so far. Some interesting components happening here. I don't know exactly. There's some fish getting dropped here and some claw action. So
yeah, definitely kind of a stressful time because every death means
like that one.
yeah. But every death means something very big for these runners, especially with it being match point. And another thing to point out is that the Cheep Cheeps can become flaming Cheep Cheeps when they jump in the lava. They do not die in lava. They are very resilient fish.
Which really, I mean, you have to consider, I feel like there should be some more research in the Mario universe into these amazing Cheep Cheeps. I mean, how is that possible?
Oh yeah, for sure. We need to get people on this.
We had Dr. Mario, and we need Scientist Mario now, and discover the mystery of the Cheep Cheeps. Calling it now, that should be the new game.
Alright, so we're seeing the Stiletto Cannon Monty Mole. The Monty Mole's AI is actually really unique in the fact that it follows you, so you can use that to make some pretty creative levels, as well as the Stiletto just causing some hops there. We're seeing a key come out on Revi's side. The level got significantly even wackier.
Yeah, we'll see if this is towards the end here. There's the key door.
It's a clown car moving over to the right. Now the thing with the key. Yeah, sees another key door. The thing with the Mario Bros. 3 theme is that you can see the he defeats the spike ball thrower dude. His name is literally Spike, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's just Spike, isn't it?
Yeah. All right, Revi trying to go for the reverse sweep does get another or a win here at the very end.
Yeah, at the very least, won't go completely without any. So 4-1 now, still in favor of Lini, but a chance for sure for Revi, and getting a match under your belt has to feel good, and see if you can turn this into some momentum and keep it moving forward.
SpongeBob. Great level name. We see some naked spike pillars.
Yeah, just not attached to anything. That's unfortunate. Visually, disturbs me. Yes.
Oh, for sure. Alright, so Lini did opt to get the fire flower there, but Revi making it through this little ghost house pipe.
Yeah, we'll see where they end up. There's a couple paths there, so we'll see where this level leads. Looks not too bad so far, and a checkpoint there for Revi.
Yeah, lots of different pathways. We did see that checkpoint, and we see the end of the level.
Right there. Wow. Interesting spot for a checkpoint, but Revi now 4-2. Picked the correct path both times.
Yeah, that was wow. Somebody really, really wants to see this get tied up here.
Well, it's exciting, you know, to have it go on a little longer and make it closer.
Yeah, for sure. This is getting very tight now.
So on to, once again, the potential final level.
Both of them taking a death right at the beginning from something.
Yeah, we'll see if they're able to fare a little better this time. It looks like they've made it farther at the very least.
It does look like a speedrun level, not very much time on the clock. We see the springs there, lots of elements that you would typically find in a speedrun type level. So
yeah, it'll be interesting.
It might be a timeout unless they can get something going here. And speedrun levels are always kind of a pain in Versus because there are level elements that are determined by your position, and the player's position can get kind of messed up when there are two of them.
Yeah, I don't think there's really anything that can be done here, especially with the time's about to run out, so it'd be unlikely that they could really make it any farther anyway.
Yeah, those munchers are gonna just keep constantly coming down.
Yeah, it looks like they'll probably time out with just the 20 seconds to go.
Yeah,
and they give up.
Yeah, G Mario and I think some levels aren't fit for multiplayer Versus, like this one.
Yeah, that's it. You know, doing it on your own, that's one thing, but yeah, a lot of levels can really get just really kind of messed up. There's a lot of mechanics that are if put in a certain sort of combination, can really screw up a multiplayer level. Alright, so on to hopefully a better level
here. Cape levels can be pretty boring sometimes, but maybe there's something else to it. But Revi is slightly in the lead, so if the goal is at the end of this, then we're gonna... Oh! Okay. Seeing some spikes along with the end there, so they are gonna want to keep some height. They cannot stay low for this. Now Lini just throwing him out of the way to try to get some extra distance there with the cape feather. Revi's still sticking down there with the little indicator. He is significantly lower than Lini at least, and Lini's even going vertically off screen for a bit. He's keeping this height, and he drops right in there. But they don't see this on-off switch, obviously. So Revi's just gonna chill here, waiting for Lini to hit the on-off switch, but that's probably not gonna happen.
Yeah, maybe we'll just have another look just to see where things are, but yeah, not really a wise decision right now for them to do it.
Yeah, we might see another mutual reset here. This is another level where it's just not... Alright, so we don't see the on-off switch at all. Yeah, it's gonna... my guess, personally, is that it's gonna be up to the left, and they have to cape up there to the left.
Yeah, it's. I would say it's either there or it's just somewhere really high, you know, sort of towards the beginning or something like that.
Yeah, something really, really random. That's not really feasible. But to the left of that pipe there, and these runners are starting to pick up that it might be somewhere pretty odd. Okay, Revi has free reign for a few seconds.
Yeah, not for too long though, and I mean, it's not like there's really going to be too much progress made, I would estimate, for the remainder of this level. They try and get maybe a start here and try and find something, but oh well, there.
Oh, okay. Revi sees some invisible blocks. He is making his way up there, but of course the invisible block tower inverse is very interesting to climb. We see
They sort of bump into each
oh,
other.
we
here
see
on
the
way
on-off
up.
switch up top. No! Alright, both of them falling. Lini having the slight lead. Did they see the on-off switch up there at the very top of the screen? They are gonna keep climbing up. Now, again, 115 seconds left. That's gonna get pretty tight. Lini going up top and Revi chilling up there in the sky. But they are probably not gonna end up hitting the switch just for, they don't want to give the other person the win, because whoever hits the switch is probably gonna end up losing due to the fact that the switch is further away from the fly-off point, so probably gonna be a mutual reset.
Yeah, it's not like they're really gonna want to hit each other.
Yeah.
So on to the next one. Still match point for Lini, but Revi had picked up the last two rounds that were actually completable.
Alright, Sword Child's probably gonna be another one of those Link levels, perhaps. So Revi on the Luigi, Lini on the Toad.
Interestingly, no. Oh well, there is a power up there partway through. Interesting the play here with the, trying to hold off sort of the power up there, but.
Alright, so Lini makes his way through with the bomb.
Yeah, and through fight.
Some more sword play through this cave. Loses his
just
sword.
lost the power up.
Gonna go back to grab another one.
Interesting choice. But there's one pretty quick here, yeah, right at the beginning of that pipe, so not too far back to go really, and especially with a lot of the enemies sort of being cleared out here, so it's a little bit easier.
Alright, uses the shield on the swamp.
Yeah, and just making its way through, and does so without too much trouble, and there's another pipe with the power-ups in there, so.
Alright, Lini using the charge at the very end there. He does go back a bit to get another one.
Yeah, it's a good move for sure, and
especially as Alright, so Revi's still a bit behind, but alright, so here's a bit of an equalizer here. We're just gonna see some bombs. Gonna have to wait them all out. Alright, Revi, we see him making his way through. Alright.
Yeah, they're both in a very similar position here, but.
Now, bombs can damage players, and we see there with Revi, but there's another checkpoint and the power-up right there, so still pretty equal positions for both. Alright, making it through a door.
Oh, so they'll need to arrow down this P-switch here.
So yeah, again, another just gotta try to aim it out. But they are going to be trying to down strike each other with their swords. Lots of interesting play, especially combat-wise, with Link.
We'll see if.
Alright, we do see the P-switch. Alright. Lini's slightly ahead. Both of them losing their swords.
Oh, and they'll need it, so...
Yeah, they need it. They need to get that sword down strike. Revi opting to stay up there, presumably for Lini to open up that path for him. He's not going to bother going back. Especially because he actually had no way to go back other than dying because of that P-switch.
Yeah, it was no longer active, so...
Alright, so... Ooh! Lini clearing out all the Prana plants, but then just... Alright, so both of them died. They're going to be going back to the beginning here. Or the checkpoint.
Yeah, a collective rip there for them, and... P-switch time again, and they get it.
Yep, Revi slightly ahead this time. Oh, safely makes it onto those, gets the down strike.
Yeah, now on to an on-off section, which the problem with an on-off section in a multiplayer versus level is that you can really have some brutal trolling, although at least this section is a little bit more reasonable for that because of the platforms.
Yeah, they just want to try to hit that switch, but alright. So
they both fall and make it back up, so
they do seem to want to keep going on this elevator to gain level knowledge, and perhaps even the Link costume isn't necessary, will be restored after this little section. So here you can't actually hit that on-off switch again, but they don't want to because that path is cleared just up there. Alright, Revi unable to make that jump. Lini. Alright, so we are going to see this pipe here. He's going to be going in, presumably getting a key, and then, oh, the end of the level.
So grabs the flagpole. So that is 5 now for Lini. So that will be the victory there. So GG to both of our runners. So that will be Lini moving on now in our match. And congratulations.
For sure.
Well played by both players. It was fun.
Alright, don't go anywhere. We will be moving on with the losers finals is next.